It's not often that End Zone features people wearing nothing but their underwear, but in this case we're making an exception. For this is Kona, on the big island of Hawaii. Normally it's a quiet little town, pretty much centred on the tourism industry which flourishes alongside the famous Kona coffee plantations. But for 1 week a year it becomes the focus of world athletics as the annual World Championships for Ironman take place. And one fun event has become a tradition, the annual underwear-only run for the Ironman competitors. And they may be laughing now, but don't be fooled. What they're doing is deadly serious. For just behind the tomfoolery, on the other side of the road, other athletes are taking a last chance to familiarise themselves with the swim course. Nearly 2,000 athletes have competed in races from New Zealand to the UK, from Florida to China, to get through to this gruelling competition. They've had to swim 3.8 kilometres, then bike 180 kilometres, and then run a marathon. And just to add a bit of spice, this is carried out in Kona's tropical 32-degree temperatures across black lava fields generating bakingly hot winds. And so, on the day itself, as dawn breaks, US Navy SEALs parachute into the water as a spectacular start to the race. And then it's like a washing machine as 1,800 athletes, professionals and amateurs, churn through the water. Ironman is a unique event. Speed, of course, is important, but so is endurance. If you swim too fast, you're likely to run out of steam on the bike. If you bike too slow, you could miss the cut-off time and be disqualified before you even get as far as the run. So it's a game of strength, endurance, speed and tactics. Out of the water and into the bike segment, what's astonishing is the enthusiasm of the thousands of spectators. They're here in the hot sun for hour after hour, cheering on friends, family and professionals alike. And the bike leg is tough. The heat dehydrates you on top of the incredible effort that 180 kilometres requires. It's like cycling from Auckland to Hamilton. First in from the bike is Chris Lieto, a Christian who's won 3 Ironman competitions and is a former US national champion. He's got a reputation for discipline and dedication, but also as someone for whom it's important to balance the insane demands of a sport like Ironman with a successful family life. He's on his way to a personal best, but can he see off the champion Aussie Craig Alexander and win? And so it's onto the run, which again takes the runners out over the lava fields to the Energy Lab, a scientific establishment which is working out ways to extract energy from the sun's rays. The run is, if possible, even harder than the bike. You're hot, you're tired, and it's still a whopping 32 degrees. This is a major event for Hawaii and for local Christians who organise events such as Iron Pray for Christian athletes to attend. And the Gideons were there too, handing out more than 800 Bibles for free to members of the crowd. It's perhaps not for nothing that the race ends within sight of the oldest church to be founded in Hawaii. In the end, Chris Lieto was overtaken by Craig Alexander. But coming in second saw him produce his best ever time. The women's race was won by another astonishing athlete, Britain's Chrissie Wellington. New Zealand's best performance on the day came from Joe Lawn, who was our top 10 finisher, but there are high hopes for upcoming young athlete Terenzo Bozzoni, who came second at Ironman New Zealand this year in his first ever attempt at the race and who came in at 11th in Kona. But Ironman isn't just about the pros. It's one of the few athletic events where ordinary men and women from all walks of life get to run alongside the world champions. And as the afternoon and the evening goes on, they keep coming. They run, they walk, they stagger, they crawl across the finish line to hear commentator Mike Riley call their name and announce that they too are an Ironman. And the crowd doesn't thin. There are as many there at close to midnight as there were at midday, cheering those last runners home. It's an emotional event. You can't help but be stirred at the sight of such grit and determination on the faces of ordinary people. It's a marathon event, not just for the athletes, but for the crowds too. And it's an inspiring event to see people willing to dig deep and find such incredible reserves of strength somewhere within their bodies. This is Ironman.